Good day, my darling oddities, and welcome back to Otter Space, the part of your brain that thinks a hero is a type of Greek sandwich. We are here today with my special guest, Gambanteinn, whose name I am going to mispronounce regularly. And before we get over to him, I'm going to say, Zenith Disa Star, thanks for stopping by Otter Space, and yes, you may pet the otter. Gambanteinn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
There we go.
Marco.
Okay. Guff number one. Perfect.
All right. We're off to a grand start.
Greetings, y'all. I am Gambanteinn, a hero by occupation, out to gather positive vibes and defeat the Demon King of all things bad. And Mondays. Do I sound clueless? Probably because I am. But I'll always do my best. That much I can promise.
That's okay.
Nice
Clues are for detectives. You're a hero. All right. Well, thank you for coming on to the show. How are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. A little bit tired for some good work, but, good productive day is always a nice thing.
Good stuff.
How have you been?
Oh, living the dream as always. I only find out what the weather is by looking at the little monitor at the bottom of my screen. Apparently, I have light snow, but I have no idea.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when I moved jobs and houses at the same time, I traded windows in my house for windows in my office. So now I have windows when I work, but I don't have windows in my living room anymore.
Gotcha. Yup.
But it means I can walk around naked.
Comfy.
All right, so Gambanteinn's. I'm just gonna. You got a shortened name?
Gamba's fine.
Gamba. Sounds like a fancy dance. Everybody do the gamba.
Think of the samba for a second.
yeah, exactly. The gamba samba. We're gonna make.
One day I'm gonna have those dancing skills. One day.
Yeah. All right. I have been. My new application for BFOS has a section in it for my guests to suggest games that we can play, because I've been taken very fondly to penalty games, including my lovely Wheel of Otter nonsense right here. And I love this thing, and it's growing by the number, and I've been kind of absorbing the punishments and penalties that my guests have been suggesting, so it's getting more and more mighty by the stream. And Gamba here has donated, I think I added 3 of your punishments to this wheel.
Oh, sick.
Yes, so 3 of the punishments on this wheel are from you specifically, and then a few from previous guests and viewers who redeemed add something to the wheel. I cannot remember what redeem amount I put. I feel like I'm saying a lot today.
It's all good. I do the same.
If you could add something to the wheel, that'd be great. Okay.
I mean, if you need an ideas engine.
Yeah, so we have added 3 of those lovely punishments to this wheel, so look forward to seeing some of those, but they are now mixed in with, how many do I have now? Hold on, we're gonna take this out of full screen for a hot second. There are 34 options on this wheel. 34.
Sheesh.
Last week there was 20-something. I don't know. Anyway, so we are evolving, we are mutating in the Wheel of Otter nonsense. So, that said, today's game is 2 truths, 1 lie. We will take turns telling each other 2 truths and 1 lie about ourselves. And the other person has to figure out what the lie is. If they get it right, then their opponent has to spin the wheel. If they get it wrong, they have to spin the wheel. All right, so Gamba, since you are the guest, I will allow you to start us off. So you may start by telling 2 truths and 1 lie about yourself.
Alrighty. Spicy, I see. All right. Luckily, I've come prepared, I think.
I have not.
Very well. Let's see. So, 2 truths and a lie.
Yes, sir.
Of course, could be in any order, I imagine.
That's kind of the idea.
Yep. Here we go. So, first one. I have flown inside of a tornado. Second.
Bueller.
Let me think. I had a good one. Yeah. Okay, I know one. Okay. Second, I can play almost any instrument type except for the piano.
Musically inclined hero. Interesting.
And the third one will be that I enjoy freeform jazz.
Huh. So, we have flown inside a tornado, can play any instrument other than a piano, basically, and you enjoy freeform jazz.
Let's see if you got this. Let's see if you got this. It's a testing round.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of pre-existing knowledge here to cheat slightly. And that's because I'm going to say you do in fact enjoy freeform jazz, because one of the punishments you have placed on this wheel is in fact moment of freeform jazz. So
speaking of which, I should probably get my instruments. There we go. There we go. Okay, I got 3 of them here.
Okay, so I'm guessing that one's a truth. So it's either flown inside a tornado or can play just about any instrument other than a piano. See, now the tornado thing sounds the most outlandish, I think. But it's the kind of thing that you're like, oh, that one's the fake one, and then you're like, nah, man, I have totally flown inside a tornado, and I'm like, oh, damn, holy snap. You think you know this one's the answer. Okay, don't cheat. Don't help me cheat. I'm already cheating enough by using the pre-existing knowledge of his addition to the wheel. I have some honor, just not a lot. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a swing at it. Otter honor, yeah, Otter. I'm gonna go with the tornado one. You have not flown inside a tornado.
Dang.
You have, haven't
you? You got me feeling good because you got it wrong.
I knew he was baiting me. I knew it. I
knew
it. Should have gone with my instinct. I should have gone with a seclude. Okay, yep, that is a bot. We're gonna go ahead and block
that bot out of here.
Yeah. Boot the bot. Boot the bot. We're gonna go ahead and scram. Let's see here. Where's the button? No, how do I? Oh, for crying out loud. You. How do I bye the bot? You. Ah, there we go.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. You are banned. Banned a bot. Okay, goodbye bot.
Sweet.
I'm a real VTuber now. I'm getting bots.
You've made it.
I made it. You know what? Honestly, just quick moment before I take my punishment like an otter man. I actually felt the most like I quote unquote made it as a streamer when I got my first hate comments, and they were please shut up, and the other one was stop trying to be a VTuber. And I'm like, no. So those were my first VTuber hate comments, and I'm like, I made it, ma.
Oh yeah, nah. Like the funny thing is, the first person that ever like sent a hate comment in my stream, they underestimated my ability to talk trash.
Like I haven't gotten a live.
I know my way of banter. They became a regular real quick.
I'm waiting for the day I get a live heckler, but I haven't yet. So I don't know how I'll respond. I'll either respond really, really well, and my British side will come out, and it'll be wonderful, or I'll respond very, very poorly, and my German side will come out, and I'll just be all yelling and screaming. And I can say that because those are my heritages, so shut up.
Also German here. I can speak to that.
Yeah, so there you go. So I don't know which side of me is going to come out, and either one has equal chance of being there. And honestly, it's either going to be magnificent, like the Queen's English, or to be horrifying and screamy like a German love poem.
Why not both at once?
Why not both at once? That would be
hit
something.
Him with the Edgar Allan Poe.
You know, and the funny thing, I'm the weirdest mutation, right? Like, so I'm half German, half English, and I was raised by an Irishman. So, so I am the most peculiar creation. And my grandfather, who is the Irishman in question, had a mug that said Irish diplomacy on it. And I said, Irish diplomacy. I look at it, and it says, the ability to tell a man to go to hell in the way that he looks forward to the trip.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming from. Anyway, enough stalling. Time for me to pay my due. Spin the wheel of Otter nonsense. What do I gotta do?
All right, well, let's see what's waiting. Let's see what's waiting.
Go, wheel,
Spinning
go.
fast.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? An embarrassing fact about myself. Okay, alright. And I'm gonna try and not bring one up that I've done on previous stream if I can. I have plenty of embarrassing things. So I used to think I was the coolest dude in the world because not only did I own a sword, but I took a picture of myself holding the sword. So I have I have one of those. Like I very narrowly avoided being the milady guy.
Oh no!
Yeah, I avoided it. I did avoid it, but it took 4 years of college and some heavy drinking, but I did avoid it.
Oh dear.
So not necessarily at the same time for the record. Stay in school, kids.
Meanwhile, now I have a friend who is really getting me into sword fighting.
Nothing wrong with sword fighting.
So there I go.
So let me start by saying that this was not a good sword. This was a model sword that I thought was a good sword because it was a katana.
No.
I was one of those for a while. I was very close to the milady thing. One might have even called me a weeb at one point in my existence.
Don't worry, I'm still a weeb to this day.
Yeah, but there's weeb and then there's weeb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
It's all about the affliction, and I was very close to the weeb, dangerously so.
A 4chan dweller.
Yeah, I was almost a 4chan mod, or I was almost a Reddit mod.
Boy.
Yeah, so that's my embarrassing fact for this round. Stay tuned for more.
Oh yeah, no, I've got plenty here too, so don't worry.
All right, well, it's my turn for 2 truths and 1 lie. Are you ready?
All right, let's do this.
Okay. Fact number 1: I own 2 cats. Fact number 2: I have 1 child. And fact number 3: I own 2 dogs.
A matter of ownership. All right,
well,
so
I
first...
exist with 2 of said animals. Ownership is right.
Okay. Well, okay, that's how. All right, then that makes it obvious. It's either the cats or the dogs, because both can't be false. You can't have just one of each, and then both will be false. Aha!
No further clues.
I have foiled your scheme.
Have you?
Kind of.
Let's see.
Okay. Now I have to figure out dog or cat person.
Well, I'm an otter, first of all. I don't appreciate
Otter person too.
Gamba with the deduction. You are correct, Zenith. Let's see how far they gets with it.
I think I was gonna say you're a cat person, but I remembered, I think earlier when we talked, I think you mentioned a dog. So I'm gonna say that you don't own cats.
Crap. Yeah, you're right. I used to be a cat person. I used to have... Well, my family used to have when I lived before I moved in with my wife. When I lived at home. We had multiple cats, but no longer. Now I am Lord of the Pack, master of 2 dogs, and
the puppos.
The puppos, yes. So I do have 2 doggos. So fair play. That one was too easy. I should have been more. I should have been cheeky. Rolling the wheel.
All right.
Let's see. There's a lot of good stuff on this wheel. I know because I put it there.
Oh, well.
Aha!
We had a couple of options there. Add a bean or add a bean.
Yeah, it was weird. They are right next to each other. The first bean for today's episode. As I was telling Gamba before the episode started, my record is 17 beans in 1 scene, which I did not plan for. So the fact that it rhymed is just fantastic serendipity. True. The first bean has hit the scene, and now it is back over to your side. Go for it.
All right. Okay. So, all right. First one is... I once played Always Look on the Bright Side of Life as a jazz solo in a concert.
I love that song.
There's I had to. The second one is that I have been skydiving 3 times. And the third fact is that I drew the first version of this model, or at least I haven't drawn this model, but that I drew the first concept for this character in MS Paint.
Okay, so I've already unraveled at least one of them as truth, because when I did do, you whistled, and only a person that is very
just watch the movie.
Yeah. But only a person intimately familiar with the song would instinctively whistle to that part. So I'm gonna say that part's true. That said, you said you're skydiving 3 times. Now here's the thing. You could be trying to pull a fast one on old Otter. You could be saying, I'd skydive 3 times, but joke's on you, smarty pants. I actually skydived 4 times. Ha 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 ha. Or something to that effect. And then the third one.
Something like that.
I'm just saying. These are options. These are possibilities. And the last one, which I've already completely forgotten. What was the last one?
Oh, the last one was. I remember.
Drew it in MS Paint.
It was that I first came up with a design in MS Paint.
And that you didn't remember that quickly, so I'm going to say that's the lie. You did not use MS Paint. You probably drew it on paper and took a picture of it like I do.
You don't want to know how wide and just cheeky my grin is right now.
I got it wrong.
You fell for it. I've never been skydiving at all, and I'm never doing it in my life.
But you'll fly in a damn tornado? I don't buy that. I don't. That
was plucked up. We'll save that if we hit the story time.
Okay. All right. Damn it.
It was not by my choice.
That's more fun.
Damn it. Oh yeah, no, it's a very funny story.
I was thinking I was clever. I thought I was so clever there. See, I am an otter scientist. I am not an otter detective. Well, technically, I'm not.
Understandable.
I'm not a scientist either. I just stole the coat. See. Anyway, well, that's speaking of stories for another time.
Oh, actually,
there we go. Anywho, so enough stalling. I shall spin my wheel, take my punishment. I am 3-0 here, people. Come on, Otter needs a win.
Hey, I'm a tough cookie. I am not a cookie. Please don't eat me.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? All right, I'm gonna say. Okay, so here's my policy on it. All right. It can belong on pizza. It just does not belong on my pizza.
I'm with you right there. That same wavelength.
Yeah. I don't hold any hate in my Otter heart for people that want to put pineapple on their pizza, but I will fight you to the death if you try to put it on my pizza.
Yeah, no. It's like the flavors just don't mix for me.
Right. It's not right. And I'll tell you, this isn't really my story time, but I'll tell you a fun conversation I had with my wife just this very day.
Sure.
So my wife tends to watch a lot of TikTok. Like a lot of TikTok. And she always sees these recipes that she tries, and some are pretty good, and some are like, well, it's a TikTok recipe. So today she did what she calls a ricotta bake. I don't know. I do know she found it on TikTok. But anyways, long story short, she made it, and one of our recurring discussions about anything that was cooked is, does it have enough cheese on it? And the answer for me is always no. No, it does not have enough cheese.
I mean, cheese is good.
Right? So when she made it, she sent me a message. I made this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And don't you dare, she says to me, don't you dare tell me it doesn't have enough cheese on it, because it is all cheese. And I said, and I responded to her with a GIF before she said anything back to me. So I was searching for the GIF that I wanted to send, because it was just a GIF that says, I love the cheese. And I found it, but in between the time she said, "Don't you dare say that it needs more cheese," and the time I actually sent her the gift, she had sent, "I love you." So my response to her, not knowing that she had responded with "I love you" in the middle there, was that I love cheese. So she says "I love you" and said, "Well, I love cheese."
Oh!
Bad timing, awful timing. Um, so
Oh, bro, all that. I feel so bad for you.
so hold on, it gets better.
Oh,
Because
no.
so she said to me, she sends a frowny face to me, and I'm like, oops. And I'm like, well, I love you too. She's like, but you love cheese first. And I said, well, honey, to be perfectly fair, cheese was there first. Uh,
Oh,
she
I don't
knows.
want to know how many like chores you had to do around the house to make up for that one.
She knows where she stands. uh,
Dang.
for what it's worth, the first thing out of my mouth when she gets home tonight is going to be, it needed more cheese. Because it did. That said, I believe that makes it my turn. So if I die tonight, if you don't see any tweets about any of the thing I'm doing from here on, you'll know she killed me.
Understood.
Yeah.
I'll prepare the funeral.
Yeah. So vampires got garlic. Werewolves got silver bullets. Otter's got his wife. All of them will kill us eventually. Anyway, moving
Woo!
on. I love my wife, but she will be the thing that kills me. And
If you keep putting cheese in front of her, sure.
Hey, I had a joke I was gonna say, but it is not appropriate for young ears, so I'm gonna keep that one in my mouth.
Fair point.
Anyway, moving on before I get myself into any more trouble.
He.
Not that she watches my streams. Glare. Anyways, moving on. It is now my turn for 2 truths and 1 lie. So, fact number 1. I have a massive scar on my hand from a meat slicer. Truth number 2. I have a massive scar on my leg from a bicycle accident. And truth number 3. I have a scar on my finger from a rabid hamster.
I can't quite deduce anything in particular from this in terms of baseline stuff. So you got, just to go over it,
Yep.
big scar on the hand from a meat cutter.
Yep.
A big slice on the foot from a bike accident.
Leg. Yeah.
Leg from a bike accident.
Yeah.
iTunes wants to tell me it wants to update. I'm going to say no. And the third one is a finger bite from a hamster?
A scar on my finger from a rabid hamster, yes.
A rabid hamster. I could see the possibility of clumsiness leading to a scar from a meat cutter, because those things are incredibly sharp. Having worked around one, thankfully not on one. I think I'm gonna go with my gut. I don't think you found a rabid hamster. So I'm gonna say the third one's a lie.
I wish Luna wasn't a lie. I wish she was a lie, rather. She was. If she wasn't fully rabid, she was at least batshit crazy. She was definitely a bad hamster, and I do have a scar from Luna. The lie was that I do not have a scar on my leg from a bicycle accident. I do, however, have a very large scar into my arm from said bicycle accident. And I have so let me just put it to you this way. My first bicycle was a 5-speed bike with a shifter on it.
You had a lot of tech and it was a little too much.
It's less about tech and more about protruding items that were introduced to fleshy parts of my anatomy, and it did not go well for me.
Yikes!
And I did, in fact, as my best friend would say to me, and has in fact made a Cards Against Humanity custom card out of, but I have in fact high-fived a meat slicer. So yeah, little Otter lore for you.
Woof.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I almost lost a whole chunk of my right hand, which wouldn't be so bad if I were left-handed, but seeing as I am in fact right-handed.
Yeah, that would be a lot of reinvestment.
In my defense, kids these days are weak. I was back to work the next day. Granted, I had gauze and duct tape and everything wrapped around that hand so nothing would, commingle, and I was delegated to be
such
this.
a thing as longevity preserving.
I was the designated one-handed sweeper for a while until I gained the ability to use that hand again.
Okay. As long as they didn't make you use that hand, I was about to say.
Yeah,
if
they
do that, no.
Nah, if they made, I don't think they were allowed to let me handle any of the meat again because
Okay.
health and safety and all that. But I wasn't gonna give up the paycheck. I went into work and I said, "Put me to work," and they said, "Okay, how are you gonna sweep without your hand?" I got another one.
That is reasonable. That is reasonable. You just set down the thing, just put a paperweight on it.
Yeah, I put the dustpan at the floor at one end of the thing, and I kind of crooked the broom behind my shoulder and used my left hand just sweep and pushed everything. And I was the best one-handed sweeper they ever had. So there.
If it works.
To be fair, I don't know how long a list that actually is. So
that's a fair point. I would hope it would be little.
You never know. It was a small town. Things were weird. Anyway, so it is your turn to spin the wheel. Are you ready?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm terrified.
Here we go.
Then again, I'm terrified of everything, so it's a baseline.
You got it. You got this. It's all good.
All right. Let's see what's happening. Oh, no.
The Riverblade redeemed dad joke. Oh, perfect timing! My goodness. River, perfect timing. Welcome to Outer Space, part of your brain that thinks a hero is a type of Greek sandwich. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let. So I will tell a dad joke, but I will let Gambanteinn tell his bad pun first because he got.
All right.
So you get 2 for
Very
1.
well.
What is that sound?
Rapid clapping.
Ah.
An old ex-girlfriend told me that I couldn't build a car out of spaghetti. Should have seen the look on her face as I drove right past her!
Oh, that's pretty good.
I have way too many of these. I need help.
That's okay. So actually, I have a ex-girlfriend. She only had one leg. You know what her name was? Eileen. I can stare at you for hours. There you go, River. That one's for you. So Eileen had a restaurant she went to every day. You know what it was?
Oh, no.
IHOP.
All right. That's all, folks.
You know what Eileen and the pancakes at IHOP have in common? They both fall flat on the floor.
I'm sorry.
I tried to come up with a joke about eggs, but I couldn't come up with anything, so I ended up scrambling.
That's fair. Yep. You ever heard the joke about the maze? Never mind. Too corny.
Ayo, that works on multiple levels because of corn mazes. I used to work for a guy that owned a corn maze. You know that?
Oh.
His name was Pop. You gotta be real careful about
go on. We might want to move to the next one, otherwise this could go on for a while.
You gotta be careful about telling secrets in corn mazes. You know why? There's ears everywhere.
Shucks.
But you're right, I could keep going.
Yeah.
It's like my colonel told me, I just never seem to stop. It's
Oh
another
my
corn joke.
goodness.
Ah, shucks.
I'm not sure this is for I'm not sure these puns are safe for baby ears.
That's okay. She's asleep anyway. Okay. All right. Okay. I gotta stop. If I don't stop, I'll keep going. So it is now your turn for 2 truths and 1 lie. And River, thank you for the redeem, by the way. Much love.
All right. So, 2 truths and a lie.
Yes.
I own over 50 Pokemon plushies. Had to count in my head for a second. Like, wait a second, where are they?
Rookie.
So I have over 50 Pokemon plushies.
Mm-hmm.
I have never gone 0-2 in a tournament setting. So basically, I've never like lost out without ever winning a round.
What kind of tournament?
And I once almost I once almost set an entire campsite on fire.
I don't think you've ever gone 0-2.
So you're thinking that's a truth? Because
No.
what I said is I've never gone 0-2.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you've ever gone. Yeah. So I.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't think you've ever gone 0-2.
Okay. All right. You have confidence in me. Okay. All right.
I feel like 50 plushies is a lot of plushies. But I feel like you saying that you were. Am I miking up on your side?
What?
I think I was miking up on your side because your model was moving every time I talked.
Oh yeah, that might be. Let me move the mic. It might just be picking up.
No
there
worries,
we go.
No worries. Just like you're hopping a lot. That's weird. I feel like you're trying to throw me for a loop by saying you counted the plushies. So that one might be the lie. And the other one was apparently my brain capacity is literally 2.
Yeah, mine too. Are we getting hit with Jailhouse Lock?
Yeah, seriously.
Let me see.
What was the third one? Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
Yeah,
The hat's on a little too tight. Hold on, I'm gonna take my hat off for a little bit. There we go.
that's a little too tight.
Let my head breathe.
Go to is the plushies.
Never gone 0-2, plushies, and
oh yeah, I almost
campfire
set entire
on fire.
campsite on fire.
Campsite on fire. You know what? I feel like that one. I feel like there's a story behind it, and I want to know the story, so I'm gonna hope that one's true. So I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel like you have been locked out of a tournament at 0-2 before, so I'm gonna take back my original guess. I'm gonna say you have in fact been locked out of a tournament 0-2 before. So that's the truth, or that is a truth. That's the lie. You said you never have. I'm gonna say you have in fact been locked out that badly. Hello?
You were so close.
Ah, son of a biscuit! It was the plushies, wasn't it?
It was the plushies. I was throwing.
Damn it!
It was a mind game.
I double guessed the double guess. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. Put the hat back on. I'm better off with it.
I've never gone 0-2.
I thought I was reversing the reversal. Oh my goodness! I overthought the overthinking.
It's like what? I think 11 years of competing in fighting games. I've never gone 0-2.
Humble brag. Damn it. I tried. I thought to myself, oh, but he's gonna think that I would think that he thought the thought. Damn it. Okay. All right. Fair's fair. Boxers or briefs? Don't care about gender, just take a pick. Okay, I'm gonna say boxers because they're pretty cute dogs. Ayo. That's a lie. So I mean, the boxers are cute dogs, but I know that's boxers.
Yeah,
definitely boxers though. Boxers is still my pick, just not dog-based boxers. Boxers are cute in their own boxer kind of way, but the short thing is they have a lot of health issues, so I worry about them. So I would never be able to have a boxer. Granted, I wouldn't say we rescued our one of our dogs, but we definitely got him out of a situation that was bad for him because poor thing's so inbred he could be a sandwich. He's a good boy though. He's my good boy.
Aw.
But I don't think he would have made it much longer if we didn't end up being the ones with him. So he's
Aw.
good. The other dog
Glad
is
you could save him.
what's that?
Glad you could save him.
Yeah, and our other dog is actually just a dog from my aunt's dogs having puppies. So she's a good sturdy mutt.
Aw.
And damn near impossible to break. Trust me, the bean's trying. Um, so anyway, so yeah, so that was my punishment, boxers and briefs. I choose boxers. And now it is my turn for 2 truths and 1 lie. I think I might take that one off the wheel, though. I didn't really like how it played out. Anyway, 2 truths and 1 lie. Let me think here. I have been playing World of Warcraft for almost 2 decades. I have I have made over $400 in a single craft fair before. And I can
these are the puzzling to come up with.
Yeah, right? I should have been ready, but I got nothing. I currently have no. Okay. I've been playing World of Warcraft for almost 2 decades now. I have made over $400 in a single craft fair, and I have I have a piece of pottery. No, that one's actually true. I'm not going to use that. Oh, you know what? Scrap
Did you just give it away?
No, I'm scrapping it. Scrap the whole thing. Start over. Abort. Abort.
Got him.
Abort. Okay.
Gaming.
I own. I don't own a single amiibo. I do own several. I do own several Squishmallows. And I do not own a single Build-A-Bear product.
All right. Okay. So you don't strike me as someone who's gonna collect amiibo. You don't seem like the type that would either pay attention to competitive amiibo stuff or really like want to go through all the trouble of collecting them. So I'm gonna think that's probably true, the no amiibo. And I think if you're caring for a kid, I feel like you gotta have something. Like you gotta have at least like taken the kid to like Build-A-Bear, even just to look at the stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna say that you do own at least one Build-A-Bear product.
Okay, so what is that? Are you calling that the lie?
Yeah, that's the lie. That's the lie.
It is not the lie. I do not
Dang it!
own a single Build-A-Bear product. Fun fact, this past weekend, we almost went to Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
But we did not, in fact, go to Build-A-Bear because the bean...
In a different timeline, I was right.
Yeah, in a different timeline, the bean actually went in. But so the bean has a little bean leash. And it's like this harness that we put on her, like a little backpack she wears. And it has this little springy thing that I can attach to my belt so that she can walk, but she doesn't go too far. So we kind of let her do some exploring at the mall, and she did stop in front of the Build-A-Bear and stare into it for a while. So my wife assumed she wanted to go to the Build-A-Bear. And then the wife's like, come into the Build-A-Bear! And you know what it was? She wasn't staring at the Build-A-Bear store. She was staring at the giant stuffed bear that was standing outside of the Build-A-Bear store, and she refused to go near it.
Makes sense, yeah.
So she was not interested in the store. She was apprehensive of the mascot. Stare into the bare abyss and it may stare back is correct.
Oh no.
So fun fact, the fear of mascot characters is hereditary because, yeah. So yeah, we do not actually own, at least me and the Bean do not actually own a single Build-A-Bear product. The wife may or may not. I think she has an Eevee somewhere, but I digress. I do not. So.
Oh, I actually have the Eevee. I got it as like an early gift for somebody, but then they just gave it back.
Oh, that's nice. Well, anyway. So that is your punishment. So spin the wheel.
Oh no! Oh no! Alright, knowing my luck.
Tell us about a pet. Current pet, past pet, it doesn't matter. Tell us about it. Gina Star redeemed dad joke. Okay, first let's hear about the pet, and then we'll do another dad joke.
Alright. So, unfortunately, my only story with this is a tragedy.
Oh no.
So, as a wee one, I really wanted to have a pet, but family had allergies. So, we ended up eventually getting me, especially as like a responsibility exercise, 3 goldfish.
No.
So I went to the pet shop, and the pet store, like, they didn't really let us pick. They just like, here, take these ones. So I was like, I didn't really question. I was like, new pets, yay. 2 weeks later, like, mind you, and I was following all the instructions and stuff, so just to preface, like, I was doing my due diligence. I call over to mom and dad just wondering, like, okay, like, it's kind of an odd thing. Like, maybe this, like, fish is sleeping.
Oh, no.
Why is it floating upside down?
Oh, no.
So, after having to be told that the fish died, we go to do the traditional sort of fish funeral thing they do, where they flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, burial at sea.
I was in tears. I go back to my room. I find the second one belly up.
Oh, no.
So we have to hold a funeral for that one. Oh. And finally, when I get back...
Don't tell me it's a hat trick.
Because, yeah.
It was a hat trick.
In 3s, the bottom feeder went belly up too.
Oh, Lord.
So I had to bury 3 pet goldfish and never got to have a pet since.
Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And it turned out that the pet store gave us ones that were already old and sick.
Oh, no. So you're telling me that the pet store's practices were fishy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
That hits a little too deep.
I handle sadness with humor, and I also owe Xena Star a dad joke, so there you go, Xena Star.
Currently. Didn't know we were doing Mariana's Trench warfare out here.
Fishing my soul. Critical damage. That's the thing.
Just go ahead and roll for damage points.
Everyone takes psychic damage from Otter's attack. I'm sorry. It was such an opportunity, and I owed Xena the joke. I'm sorry. Humor from tragedy, friend. Humor from tragedy. I am sorry to hear about your fish situation.
Look at it!
I'm not sure if you're laughing or crying, and I feel bad.
No. It's like, it's fine.
I'm neither laughing nor crying. I'm suffering.
Oh, yeah, no, but I'm always suffering, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
That's fair.
That's my content.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, pet stores are pretty terrible, though. Like I said, we got our dog from a pet store, but it was not a good situation for him to be in, so we got him. Because they were not kind to poor little guy, and he's technically deformed, and I say technically with big old air quotes around it. He's got an overbite. But he's
got an overbite.
Yeah, but he's a Cocker Spaniel. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. Odin, where are you?
Also, to be fair, I have an overbite. That don't make much of a difference.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyways, all right. Whose turn is it?
Let's see here. So you just lost the guess against me, so it must.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Had a similar situation with a leopard gecko.
Dang.
Zenith, I hope you'll accept that as my dad joke. At this point, I feel kind of bad, so uh, take it with my sympathies.
All right, here we go. Okay. I've got 2 truths and a lie. All right.
Yes.
So, 2 truths and a lie. First one. I am primarily a cat person.
Okay.
More so than a dog person. I marched in Drum Corps International, or DCI World, for 2 seasons.
Okay.
And I once put together a cosplay almost entirely out of paper plates.
Okay. So, in order, you're saying you're a cat person rather than a dog person. You marched in whatever words you said after that. There was a lot of words and letters, and I couldn't keep up with all of them, but there were words and letters, so I respect that. And then cosplay out of paper plates. I feel like before stream we were talking, and you said that you were in fact you used to be a dog person and are not now more of a cat person, whereas I identified myself as used to be a cat person and now more of a dog person. So I feel like I'm going to use a little bit of pre-existing knowledge to eliminate that option. You are in fact a cat person, ergo that is the truth. I feel like the marching thing was a little too specific because there was a bunch of letters after I did not understand. I feel like you did not make a cosplay out of paper plates.
So
Oh boy.
I felt bad for you when you talked about remembering things. I don't believe I said that. Yeah, no, it's a tough tie for me, but I am more of a dog person. No,
Did I gaslight myself? Oh god
I
damn
think
it!
you gaslit yourself.
I swear that we
Yeah,
had
no,
that
I built
conversation. We
the
didn't.
paper plate one I built was it was like a challenge for myself with cosplay. And it was
So
base.exe from Mega Man Battle Network.
I'm
Because the big things on the back of his head look like halves of paper plates.
I have false memories and I don't know who I am anymore.
No!
Uh, I swear
You
because
just start to hear.
I swear because I'd said that I used to consider myself a cat person,
You
and
just start to hear every word at the end of time.
I guess. Oh, that's so upsetting. I swear I had that conversation. Where am I? Who are you people? Why are you on my lawn? Okay, all right. I'll take.
Where are you?
Get off my lawn! Back
Get
out
out of here!
All right, I'll take my lumps where I earned them. Oh, I swear we had that conversation. All right, I'm gonna trust that you're not gaslighting me to gaslight myself.
No, gaslight. All right, you know what? Another bean. Here we
Okay,
go.
more beans. Not
More
the worst,
beans.
not the worst punishment. Where is she? There she is. Whoop.
Yeah.
Not the worst punishment I could have gotten. So I'll
Exactly.
take it in stride. I'll take it in stride. Okay. All right. So 2 truths and a lie. I have beaten 2 of the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Okay.
I have just I have leveled up at least one of every kind of character in World of Warcraft at some point. And I have never played Cyberpunk 2077.
Got it. Okay. So, given that the World of Warcraft thing was true, I definitely feel like that's gotta be you can play that long, you gotta explore that stuff. It just feels right. Like, I'm just going by what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think many people have played Cyberpunk, to be honest, because I feel like once they saw the ratings, nobody bought it.
So what's your answer?
You know what? I feel like you're brave enough to beat 2 FNAFs. I think. Wait, no. No, hold on. No, wait. Oh yeah, no. The last one has never played it. Okay, no. I think better yet, even like beat the two FNAFs. No, I think you beat all of them. I'm gonna say that's a lie. It's not just two.
You have far too much faith in me.
Ah!
I have literally the extent of my ability of playing a single FNAF game was I downloaded the free trial for FNAF 2, turned the game on, had a panic attack, turned it off, never touched it again.
So you want to know something?
You too?
I did the same.
Like I said,
I literally got jump scared one time, ran out of the room crying, and had to have someone else like turn things off for me.
I didn't even make it to the first jump scare. I had a complete panic attack just anticipating the first jump scare.
Yeah, no. For me, the looting part isn't the problem. It's when things jump at me and like anything, as well as like anything behind me, I can't do. Oh my god.
So
no.
yeah, I had kind of given you a little secret earlier that the bean being afraid of costume characters is hereditary. Well, yeah, that's where she got it from me, baby.
Good point.
In fact, I'll tell you a fun secret. I probably should save this for if I ever get an embarrassing story. But in my previous job, I refused to let anybody else play the parts of the Easter Bunny. You know why?
Because you were afraid of the animatronic?
No, because I refused to let anybody else be the Easter Bunny because I figured I had two options. I could either be the Easter Bunny or I could be around the Easter Bunny, and I did not want to be around the Easter Bunny, so I became the Easter Bunny. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the guy in the fursuit.
I respect that.
So that said, you gotta spin the wheel.
Oh no!
Also, I scared the living shite out of somebody by dressing up as a bear one time.
Oh,
Tell us a story about a significant other or a close friend.
Ooh, that's a good specifics one. Okay. All right. Let me think of a good one for this one. So, story about a significant other or a close friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, for all intents and purposes, by the way, I mean, haven't really had a relationship like that, but close friend.
That's
Let's
why I
see.
give the two options.
What's a good one? Okay. So during like my time in marching band in high school,
Band camp, yes, go on.
yep.
Sorry.
There was an especially like rainy day that we had, and we just still had to practice through it.
Of course.
And so I was very well acquainted with the director, but there was also I guess I'd call him a friend. He was definitely class clown of the bunch, who was like one of her like tubas.
Okay.
And so, especially rainy on that day, we need to practice anyways. The director says, after like a little bit of initiating and warming up and everything, because we found out the field was like muddy, like as in like you would step in it and your whole foot would go into the mud.
Oh, jeez.
And
some of those instruments are
he
heavy.
was like, "Oh yeah, no," and we had to just march through that.
Oh, jeez.
And it was just like he just said, "Okay, I know this sucks, but we just get through this today. I'll do my Mickey Mouse voice for the entire practice." So he followed through. As we were going, he was like, "Alrighty, everybody, let's get to bar 16 in part 3, okay? You remember your dots?" So he went like this way the entire way, and he has like a loudspeaker, so like it's like the loud phone thing, the thing you hold up that amplifies your voice. So everywhere across like the whole school campus, you could hear him doing Mickey Mouse. And so our tuba friend,
yep,
gonna call him B here.
Okay.
decided it'd be really funny if he made Mickey Mouse angry. So he started intentionally missing his dots, started intentionally messing up notes, and so like it came down to like B, you remember your dots, right? B, it's not over there. B, you're on the wrong measure, I'm pretty sure. And finally it gets to the point where it's like he goes like, okay, now remember what note that is. That's a B flat. Play a B flat. Play a B. It's a B flat. Like voice cracking and everything. And finally, like we all just start falling over laughing mid-performance.
That's pretty great.
Color guard accidentally tosses her flag off the field. And just in sheer embarrassment of it all, the director just looks at himself for a second, puts down the megaphone, that's what it is, and just walks away. He just headed home.
It's one of those...
So we just ended rehearsal right there.
There's nothing more for it at that point. That's one of those, the day is entirely screwed. You just give up. Start over.
Lost his mind over the difference between a B flat and a B natural.
I have no idea what the difference is, but that's still a funny story.
It's literally the difference between, let me play these on the instrument. It's the difference between just like this and literally
Toot.
nothing. It's like one little note in a sequence, and he just lost he just went ape over it. Coming out of a Mickey Mouse voice.
That's pretty great. Have you ever seen this? I don't know if it's a TikToker or a YouTube short person. I don't know, but there's somebody that does Mickey Mouse going into like in and out of voices, kind of like that. And that's immediately what my brain went to. It's like, what's this? What's this? Ah, what's this? So
yeah,
that's just what I thought of. Look it up at some point, but that's a great story. That is a pretty good story. All right, well done. So let's see here. That was my 2 truths and 1 lie. So now, and you missed. That was the FNAF one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's your turn.
I thought you had the bravery.
You were wrong. I am really bad about spooky games. I am jumpy enough without spooky games. If you ever feel really bored and want to feel better about yourself playing spooky games, watch my VOD of Backrooms. It's like the second to last VOD on my channel before this one.
Oh yeah, no, and for me, like the best kind of like horror is the chilling things you realize, because it's like sure, like jumps out of that game and whatnot. The part that got me is, like that, like the Backrooms monster in that whole thing.
Yeah, the squiggly thing, yeah.
Turns out if you, like, uncorrupt the audio, it's the voice of a guy saying, hey, wait, help, get back here.
Oh.
I need to talk.
Well, that's almost more scary.
Yeah, exactly. That's so chilling.
Yeah,
it's like a voice of just a person, but it's just so heavily distorted that it just sounds like an elephant.
Yeah. So my biggest issue in that game was I don't remember what it's actually called. It's like the Watcher or the Seeker or the Smiler or something like that. It's basically just a creepy
Smiler.
Yeah, sure. And he's like the first one I ran into. He's the one I ran into most because I really only got killed by my own stupidity and the squiggly monster like once. But it was George.
Was it like a thing in like a black void with like a smile?
Yes, that's exactly
what that's Smiler. That's Smiler.
That's Smiler. Well, Smiler's who I ran into the most, and I just for some reason my brain like did a complete reboot, and I just automatically started calling him George, and I don't know why, but immediately through my entire playthrough, the Smiler became George. So every couple of seconds. I'd turn around and go around a corner. There'd be the Smiley face. I'd be like, "God damn it, George! Nobody likes you, George. Leave me alone, George." And I rewatched the VOD, and one of my favorite moments is I saw the face, I start backing away. I'm like, George, nobody likes you. Go away. You're nobody likes. And then I pass a vent and it starts spewing smoke, and I go, and clean your goddamn air filters, George.
Like it's just like the intern.
Right? So that was my natural response to the situation. Well, just clean your damn air filters.
Oh my!
Get me a cup of coffee. So apparently I turn into a mild get me your manager kind of person when I'm scared enough, because you know how they just play spooky sounds in the background, right? Just to get so. Right around that same time, I just come around a corner, I hear a glass break. I was like, "Who the hell's breaking my good china?"
Oh my gosh!
But I did not respond well to the imminent threats. Anywho, two truths and one lie. It is your turn.
Perfect. Alrighty. All right, here we go. All right, so two truths and a lie. Here we go. So, fact one. I have a paranoid, uncontrollable fear of needles.
I used to know the term. I wrote a short story about it. Anyway, go on.
2. I am allergic to rosemary, and enough of it will make me faint. And 3. I have once successfully eaten the ghost chili pepper.
Interesting. So, allergic to rosemary, ghost chili pepper, and what was the first
Fear
one?
of needles.
Fear of needles. Trypanophobia, I think it's called. Trypanophobia, something like that.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, something in that general vein.
Yeah, trypanophobia, yep.
Trypanophobia. I only know that because I wrote a short story with that as the title, and it was about these needle worms. Anyway, yeah. So I feel like you might actually have trypanophobia, because it's just my best friend has trypanophobia. Actually, fun fact. I don't think. I think you might have the allergy to rosemary, because that's very specific. Like you could have said just about anything in that block, but rosemary specifically. Like I feel like nobody thinks about rosemary unless they're like gonna get killed by it, or it's your name. And then your name's not Rosemary, as far as I can figure. So I don't think you've ever successfully eaten a ghost pepper. I think that's the lie.
I want to eat one, but you got it.
Yes. Like I said, the rosemary thing was too specific. You could have said basil.
It was funny because there was one time where like I literally like it was just like testing out like some spices to put on put in some olive oil. And it was like, okay, here's like garlic and rosemary. Open it up, take a sniff to see what it is. And then the next moment I'm aware of, I've got 2 people over me wondering what the hell happened.
Oh, jeez. So that bad, huh?
It was like, oh. Like, I could have it in food, but like for some reason, just like too much of it, if like it just exposed that, it's just gone.
Jeez. That's hardcore. Yeah, my wife doesn't like rosemary either, but I don't think she's allergic to it. But that's pretty hardcore. But not hardcore enough to save you from the wheel. Go! I'll add rosemary to the wheel and destroy the hero.
No! I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay, we're not gonna.
Yeah, reroll.
Yeah,
we don't need to revisit that trauma. I'm good. Not actually.
Oh, okay. So you have the last guest I had on the show to thank for this one. So Gil Swamp Guy added this punishment to our wheel. So improvise a haiku.
That's a good one.
575. Let's hear it.
All right. Mm-hmm. Hero is afraid. Mm-hmm. Tends to butcher his words. but I made it through.
No, you didn't, actually. There were 6 syllables in the middle.
Really?
Spin the wheel again! No, I'm just kidding. There was only
Wait.
6 syllables, but I'm not.
Oh,
Pens
no,
to
yeah, no,
butcher
okay,
his
okay,
words.
yep, you get, you, all right, that's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one. All right, I can do this, I can do this, I can
I
do
believe
this.
in you.
All right.
Bueller.
I love fresh coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Please pour it on not my face. Use the cup instead.
Oh, well done. You made it. You made it. Deep breath. Deep breath. You're literally sitting there with your fingers up in the air counting the syllables, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I was. You can tell. You can tell.
Very nice. Well done. So you can thank Gil Swamp Guy for this one. Moving on.
Beautiful, magnificent. I'm definitely not shivering.
You never know how fearful. I don't know why it's not letting me unclick the haiku button. Anyway, maybe if I do that and then that. Hello, wheel. I might have to reload the wheel. Skitch the Wolf giving you some applause. Skitch, welcome to Otter Space, the part of your brain that can't tell if a hero's a Greek sandwich or not. Okay, the wheel's fixed. Okay, moving on.
All right, we good. Okay.
All right. So that was your 2 truth and a lie. It's now my 2 truth and a lie. So Skitch is giving you a round of applause. So well done with the haiku. You made it. Real heroes don't wear capes; they carry pens. And
what about my cape?
Yeah, you got a pen in one of those bags, I'm sure. You can do both. Anyways, okay, 2 truths and 1 lie. My turn. Let me think here. Let's see here. Okay. I have never played Splatoon 1. I have played every generation of Pokemon except for Diamond and Pearl. And I never got a shiny Pokemon until the most recent games.
Okay. All right. So to summarize, so you never played Platoon 1. You've played all Pokemon games except Gen 4.
Yeah.
And you've never got a shiny Pokemon until Scarlet and Violet.
Correct.
Which, I mean, I know you got shiny Scarlet and Violet. I keep up with your tweets.
Yeah, fair enough.
You got a bunch of them.
I was very proud of them, okay?
They're good. They're very good.
At least my most recent one I'm very proud of because it's named
Very, very good.
Anyways, so yes, that one's true. I won't even deny that one. But there's still 2 options.
Okay. All right, okay. So I'm thinking, in terms of the Pokemon except for, is I know there was definitely a period of time like where people played the old games and then stopped playing around either Gen 4 or Gen 5. So like there was a trend of that. I mean, unfortunately, that was right when I got into a Gen 4 and Gen 5. They're my favorite gens. But what I'm wondering, well, I guess the technology might have brought you in for like, I feel like you wouldn't have played Gen 5. Yeah, no. All right, I'm going to say that all Pokemon except for, I don't think that's the case. Because I feel like you either missed some other gens, or you had played Gen 4. Like, there's something that doesn't totally add up in that.
So you think that one's a lie?
I'm doing detective work here. Yeah, I think that's the lie.
Nope, the lie is that I did not play Splatoon 1. I played the living shite out of Splatoon 1. Yeah, I did not play Diamond, Pearl, or what was it, Platinum?
Platinum, yeah.
Yeah, I did not play those. That was the only gen I missed because I picked right back up with it was black and white right after that, yeah.
Yeah, it was black and white. Yeah.
So I missed the diamond and pearl generation and picked back up in black and white. Specifically, that's when I had an Oshawott. I remember. Otters.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You know, Oshawott's like the only otter Pokemon.
I think so. I know that it got a regional form because of Legends Arceus.
Yeah, he did. It was okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Anyway,
at least it's not what happened to Decidueye.
This is
Just got hit with the bonk hammer.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of lost his flair, didn't he? Anywho, your spin. You just did that one.
I already did that.
Come on, keep it fresh. Keep it fresh.
Scared it was gonna be
so many options on the wheel, and we're getting repeats. What the heck?
That is the nature of random.
Speaking of random, tell us a random story about your life.
Oh, perfect. All right. I got a good one. I've got plenty of these. So this one was during high school. And, of course, during high school, as many tend to be, I was incredibly arrogant, incredibly sure of myself. Well, some say that's still the case to this day, but we'll leave that to interpretation. And I was a big part of all the music program in the high school. Like, I was in every single ensemble, every single thing. Like, I was the music nerd. And so what happened was the director of music from Walt Disney was going around to different high schools, and it just happened, this was around the time he was showing up for us, and he was basically putting together, like, all right, let's get some people together, let's do a little, like, mini, it's like, basically an all-county or all-state kind of thing, like, get the best music people from each high school, and make a little band for, like, a little show.
Right.
So, I'm really excited for this, like, okay, I got auditioned for this, and I believed it was, like, my birthright to get into this thing.
Okay.
So, I decided, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put my instruments in a storage space. I'm gonna go for a walk over to the nearby McDonald's, like, it walks away from the school. And then come back and just practice my heart out, get ready for this audition. Mm-hmm. So, I walk out of the school, and along the way, like, just as I get out of the school campus area, I notice a big truck and a guy heaving a very large tote out of the truck. Mm-hmm. I was like, does he need help? But you know what? No, I'm 16 at this point. Like, I am arrogant, too focused on my own thing. I'm like, whatever. Let him suffer.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
And so I'm just walking the usual, like, sidewalk route. Off the school campus. And I turn around, because, I mean, even then, I was a nervous wreck. Mm-hmm. Guess who's there, like, like about a block behind me?
The guy, yep.
Tote guy.
Tote guy.
So I'm a little nervous, like, he said the same way. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep on walking the route, see what happens. He is going the same way I am, and he's getting closer.
Catching up to you with the big ass tote?
With the big tote, like, that is bigger than him. And I'm just like,
that's me sized.
So I get to a point where there's kind of a fork in the road. You can go the normal, like, route, like, it's kind of like the public area and stuff. It's a longer route, but it's like a safe, like, sidewalk, doesn't go through any streets or anything like that. Nothing dangerous. Right. And then there's a second route, which very few people know about. It's like kind of like the little, like, rogue students' way to get to the shopping stuff through, like, a little forest.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, I don't know if this person's following me, but just in case, let's lose him. I go through the forest route.
Right.
I get about halfway thinking, okay, it's fine. There's like, they weren't following me. I had nothing to worry about. Like, why am I getting myself so worked up?
There he is.
He was like 3 steps behind me. I proceed to break into a full wild sprint,
Yeah.
running to the safety of those golden arches.
Save me, Ronald.
And this guy's keeping up with me.
Wait, he's running now?
Yeah, he's keeping up full pace.
Why?
And like, I'm just like running for my life, running through the streets, running through traffic. I don't care. I am getting away from this.
Dude's
And
built if he's carrying that big ass tote too.
I get to the door and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm safe. I'm in a public area. There's nothing could be going wrong with this.
Nothing to
I
Big Mac
reach
can't
the
help.
door. Boom! Another hand from behind me grabs the door.
Meep.
So I'm thinking at this point, yep, I'm going to die.
This is how I die.
Yeah, just, you know what? Better yet, I've always been a fighter. Let's turn around and face my death head on, shall we? So I turn around, ready to throw hands. And this mother lover, with a Colonel Sanders sounding voice, goes, "Hey, heard about you. You want to be part of the Disney ensemble?" It was the director of music from Disney.
Uh-huh. And he just friggin' chased you down.
And the director wanted him to talk to me because the director wanted me in the ensemble.
Wow. I mean,
the lesson here is never judge a book by its cover, I guess never judge a man by his tote. Turns out, by the way, if you look on this Wikipedia page, that was his contrabass saxophone.
Okay. I don't know what
that
that
means.
means.
He has a picture post with it on the Wikipedia page.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I got the ensemble. I'll tell you that. Like, I got in there.
You just thought you were going to die first.
Yeah, I was like, yep. I was like, at this point, I've had enough near-death experiences. I'm ready to die, but I'll take it on swinging. I was ready to throw hands with Mr. Disney.
Jeez, gotta give the guy credit. Most people would have been like, meh, whatever, student, I don't care. But
no, but he was chugging.
He was dedicated. Damn, yeah, Skitch is right. Dedicated to getting that talent.
It's like, sheesh.
Well,
oh man, when a Vtuber agency about to do that for me?
Well, that is quite the story. Yeah, no, wow.
Bro, I'll run and meet them with open arms.
Yeah. So, what did you have at Big McDonald's after that?
Oh, at the McDonald's? Oh, I had my usual double quarter pounder, large meal, and then a McFlurry.
Extra bottle of water from all the running.
Probably. Actually, considering I had the worst diet and somehow managed to still be underweight.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, no, I probably didn't even have the water.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that is quite the tale.
All yeah,
let's see here.
I got a lot of fun ones.
So let's do one more full round. So you'll do one more two truths, one lie. I'll do one more 2 truths, 1 lie, and we'll wrap it up. We're about at the half-hour point. That should get us to a good point, or hour and a half.
Sweet. All right.
And my left arm is starting to fall asleep because the bean insisted on being held because she didn't want to sleep on the floor. I tried to put her in her bed. She didn't want to sleep there. So now she's asleep on my lap, and I can't feel my left arm. Parenthood, yay! So you go ahead. Since we started with you, we'll do. You know what? We'll do one more from you, one more from me, and then we'll finish with you. That sound fair?
Sure.
All right. So that seems like good. So go ahead and start your second to last round.
All right. Here we go. All right. So I have 2 truths and a lie for you.
Yes.
So first fact. I do not like the texture of raw fish.
Okay.
Second one, I have never been out of the US.
Okay.
Third one, I have eaten 5 steaks in one sitting and was still hungry.
Hmm. All right. So. All right. So you said you used to have a weird diet where you could eat but not still be emaciated. So I'm going to say the 5 steaks is probably true. So that's not. That's not a
Couldn't get
lie.
you with that.
I feel like not liking the texture of raw fish is pretty normal. Like you either do or you don't. So I feel like you saying that you don't like the texture of raw fish is pretty reasonable. That's it's not outlandish. So I feel like you have in fact been out of the U.S. I feel like that's the lie.
And you're wrong!
Ah,
I love sushi.
damn. I do like sushi too. So all right, fair enough.
I will eat literal sushi boats of
Yeah,
sushi.
yeah, I like the boot sushi, both the sashimi, so good. Damn it. It was a gamble on those two, but I knew I
It
knew the
was a
steak
little bit
thing
of a
was wrong.
gamble, you know,
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
little bit of that.
a gambling gamble. Yeah. I knew the steak thing had to be true because you just finished telling me how weird your diet is. So I was like, yeah, okay. So definitely see him eating 5 steaks. Fair enough.
No, if I don't eat enough, I get tired really fast.
That's fair.
Consequences of metabolism. Ah.
Word. So all right, that was a shot in the dark. So you have never been out of the U.S. And me either, to be perfectly fair. All right, I'll take my lumps where I earned them. Let's
You
go.
lumps. How many lumps you want with that?
And I got a joke. Now, since you said that, I got no shit doesn't say for work. Okay. Safe for work. Safe for work. Let me just tell you that I am terrible with this kind of thing.
That's fine.
I'm a happily married otter. I don't have any use for pickup lines, so I don't have a lot of them preloaded. So I gotta think here. Oh, hello. I seem to have lost my number. Could I have yours? I wiggle. I wiggle.
You tried. You made an effort. An effort's what's important.
I am terrible. I can't. I cannot. So my wife.
I got a good one.
My wife took.
I got a good one for you if you need.
You got one? Good. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hey, are you an angel? Because I'm allergic to feathers.
Jesus. It's not about the line. It's about the confidence in the delivery. Well, if they stick around, they're at least intrigued.
Look at that cast of movie for that one.
Oh, that's from a movie.
No, it's YouTube. It was old like YouTube humor from like the 2000s.
So I'll tell you. So I am very not into the whole like the people scene I got out there. The just I'm not a club. I'm not a social otter. At least on the outside world.
Fair enough.
And I'll tell you, I have an anti-pickup line. All right. And I'll always remember this moment because it just stuck in my head as like the most like it was just an instinctive response. But I definitely realized afterwards, like, wow, what the hell? Like anybody else in that situation would have at least tried to have a conversation, but no, not Otter. No. No. So I'll tell you the story. So one day, my wife's friend was in town. So the wife's friend wanted to go to the club to dance. My wife likes to dance, but I'm not much of a dancer, so she doesn't usually go to the club to dance alone because who wants to do that? And she doesn't. And she's good enough to me. She doesn't drag me to the clubs so she can just dance with people. But in this particular situation, she wasn't dragging me just so she could dance with random people. She was dragging me so she could dance with her friend. Fair enough. And I try to be a good husband, so I went along with it. It's fine, whatever. So we go. She's dancing with her friend on the floor, and I am obligatory, purse watcher basically. So I'm sitting at this table in the club, looking at my phone. Got my, all the purses and stuff are piled up on the table, and I'm just sitting there, just kind of looking at my phone, minding my own business. And this chick comes up to me, and she's just, let's just say, scantily clad. And she sits down next to me and goes, "You know what? I think I would like to spend some time sitting with you." And I stop, and I look up. My arms don't move. My phone remains in its exact position. Only my eyes move up off my phone. And I say in the deepest, darkest voice, "You're in my wife's chair."
Oh!
Man, you never seen a woman move so fast in your life. Just gone. And I just like go back to my phone.
Sigma grind set. Actually, better yet, no, you had a wife at the time. Never mind. You were protecting. You were protecting the keep.
Yeah. So there's no question.
Honestly, W.
Thank you. There's no question of my loyalty, but I realized afterwards, it's like, damn, that wasn't even nice. That was just cruel. Like, if that chick didn't have like anxiety about, yeah, that's like, if she did not have some kind of anxiety like about talking to people that trying to meet real people, I definitely just gave it to her. Chalk one up for the Delta male. I don't know if that's good. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. But I will always remember that because I just kind of, it didn't even dawn on me exactly what happened until later. Like, my wife comes over and goes, "Oh, so anything interesting happened while we were over there?" I'm like, "You know what? Somebody randomly tried to take your chair," and I stopped, and they're like, "Otter, she was trying to pick you up." And I'm like, "You think?" And she's like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I told her she was in my damn wife's chair and to get the hell out." I, of course, overemphasized it because I literally just said, "That's my wife's chair."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Wow. Really?"
Yeah, no, that's like, bro, if my significant other says something like that, I'm like, well, we found a keeper.
I am definitely loyal. I will always say that I am a very loyal otter.
That's good.
But I am not a very socially inclined otter either.
Fair enough.
Even
Fair
if she
enough.
wasn't
I
trying to pick me up, that I still, like, I just ran that person off, like, without a second blink.
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So my point being, the whole long rambling point is, I don't have a lot of pickup lines in the old reserve. I do not use them. I use the opposite of them. I use the drop-off lines. So the pickups and the drop-offs, drop-downs. Anyway. Okay, one more round from me, and then one more round from you, and then we finish up. Let's see here.
Sounds good. Sounds
two
good.
truths and one lie. Let's see here. I cannot stand the feeling of wearing a necklace. I do, however, have a ring on both of my hands. Wait, no, hold on. I've already told two lies. Jeez. Damn it. I'm bad at this.
It's all good.
And now I gotta start over.
I believe.
Now I gotta start over because both of those were lies. Starting over. Okay. I do not have a single credit card. I am... Scheiße.
Understandable.
So I do not have a single credit card. I can only speak English. And I used to work on a farm / live on a farm. Those are the 3 facts.
All right. Okay, so to recall this, you said you had no credit card.
No credit cards.
That you only speak English.
I only speak English.
And that you used to be a farmhand. Or like you lived on a farm.
I used to live on a farm, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Living on a farm, I can believe. I mean, speaking as someone who has now had that experience. There's something you take from it.
Yeah.
I can't define what, but there's something you take from it. It's an experience kind of thing.
The musk.
I honestly, I feel like you have to like. I mean, for that little the little thing I just heard under your voice earlier, I feel like you got to speak at least a little German. Well, that could be a throw from you heard parents say it or something a lot. Which I'm kind of proud of myself. I so far have not sworn in the stream. I think that takes effort for me. But I feel like you have to have a. Well, I mean, I guess you could work off of just a debit card, but I guess it could be kind of difficult. Or actually, wait, yeah, no credit card. You know what? I'm gonna say. That. You know what? You're not monolingual. I think that you do actually speak another language, at least a bit.
Is that your final answer?
I'm thinking that's got to be the case. I think you can make the no credit card thing work. It just takes effort.
Yeah, no, the credit card thing was an absolute lie. I have way too many credit cards. And yeah, I do only speak English. I know select words in other language, but that hardly makes it so I speak them.
You baited me.
I did. I absolutely did. I'm not proud of it, but it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, no, I can only speak English and kind of poorly. Even though I have a degree in it, yeah. So
that's okay. It's a bad language.
It is. Studying it extensively just kind of emphasized that point.
Pretty much.
This language makes no sense. There's somewhere out there, there's this wonderful poem or something that's this is why English doesn't make sense, and it's the plural of ox is oxen, but the plural of box is not boxen.
Oh yeah, I think I know about that one. Yeah,
it's a good one. Anyway, so that's still a loss on your part, and I'm taking my wins where I can get them. So spinning the wheel.
All right. Very well.
Makiki Otter, I won the round.
I'm terrified.
It's a button dilemma. So, are you familiar with the button dilemma?
Is it the would you press the button thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So it's you push the button, you get something good, but something terrible in the world happens.
Oh no.
Okay. And I did use this button dilemma previously. I'm going to try to use not the same one. So let me think here. Okay. Let loose the beans of war and cry wee! Voodoo Cobra, welcome to outer space. The part of your brain that thinks the hero is just a China Greek sandwich.
I could go for
I could go for a sandwich too, a good one though. You know, I live 2 doors down from a really good sandwich shop. I should go there at some point, but it's anyway.
Yeah, actually, there's a good one here. That's one of the good things about where I've moved to.
Okay, yeah, I live next door to a sandwich shop, and then there's a liquor store on the other side, and there's a pizza shop across the street. If I if I weren't fat before, I definitely would be after. Anyways, enough stalling. Let's see here. Button dilemma. Okay, so, okay, the button will cure all diseases on the planet permanently. But anybody that currently has those diseases will die. But the diseases will never come back again.
That's dangerous. Because, I mean, obviously, removing all the disease on the planet, obviously, that'd be great. I mean, at least for
forever.
Yeah, at least for humans. But thinking about it, I do realize something.
Yeah.
That if all disease was gone, populations of animal species that are normally contained by disease, or like that like decomposes things for like plants can thrive.
I'm strictly speaking in terms of people.
Okay, human disease. Okay.
Yes. All human disease will now and forever be completely eradicated, but so will anybody carrying aforementioned diseases that currently exist.
Speaking to someone who actually has a couple, if I press this button, it would be press this button to immediately die.
This is factual,
But
yes, but you would also cure the diseases for
I would be helping a
all
lot of
history.
people.
You would be preventing
You
all
know what?
further.
I feel like it's part of my job. I gotta make the sacrifice. I'm pressing the button. I'll press the button and instantly die.
Instantly die and kill every other sick person in the world. I hope you're proud of yourself. No, that's a toughie. I tried to make it particularly difficult because it is one of those betterment of the universe in the future kind of things. But it's like, So yeah, there's my deep and dark dilemma for you.
There's the nightmare fuel.
Live with that conceptual guilt.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
You know what? You got to die as the hero and live to see yourself become the villain. So hey, there you go.
Good, great. Yeah, I get the best of both worlds.
And the worst. All right.
True. True.
You get to finish this off though.
Wonderful. All right. 2 truths and a lie. All right, I got this last one set up. All right. So, fact number 1. I cannot roll my R's.
Okay.
Fact number 2. My first shiny Pokemon ever was a Pichu.
Oh, okay.
And third fact. I once took care of a neighborhood fox.
I'm going to say your first shiny was not a Pichu.
Survey says...
Ah, damn it.
Of course I can roll my R's. Raise that.
It was a shot in the dark. It
had to be
one of those two. It had to be one of those two. All right, you win the last round. That's fair. All right.
Let's go.
So let's see. Let's get something good for the last spin of the night. Come on, show me something good.
Finish it with a bang or with a bean.
Or with a bean. Yeah.
All right, what are we looking at?
What's my favorite song? Okay. All right. So I actually do have a very specific answer for this. And my favorite song is Billy Joel's "The Piano Man."
That's a good one.
Yeah. And I like the song because it's specifically about an individual who, because do you know the story behind Piano Man song?
Vaguely, but
so
you could probably describe
my understanding of the story. And granted, this is my understanding, doesn't make it the truth, but this is my understanding of how the story goes, and that's colored my interpretation thereof. My understanding is that Billy Joel was a conscientious objector. He refused to go to war for something he didn't believe in. And so he ended up hiding out in whatever middle of nowhere kind of place. I'm shocked. I would have thought it was a Baby Shark song. Eat me. So long story short, Billy ended up being a piano player at this bar while he was kind of just avoiding the draft. And you know, take that for whatever it's worth. But so he's literally describing the people he's seeing in the bar and kind of like the runoff of society. Gets a knife and fork. Come here, buddy. You cannot handle that much caffeine in one bite. Go ahead. Sorry, Cobra's threatening to eat me. Which, to be fair, I did invite, so fair enough. And I really like the because this is the dumbest reason to like a song, but I liked the line, they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? And that concept of, you know, you could do so much more with yourself, but you're choosing not to because of your commitment to this sort of, you know, this you know, against something. you could have a different route, you could be something more, but you are sticking to your beliefs, and I really like that song.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice story. I mean, I like. For me, I love songs with story, which is like why all the like songs that I'm writing for like this project that I'm working on, they are all story focused.
Mm.
Like they all have a purpose. Like, I mean, not to speak too much on it, but like for example, the game I'm building, that like there will be things that are like hints in the song you have to use in the game.
Oh, that's interesting.
So yeah, it's something where I very much like. I am a lore fiend, and I love songs that tell a great story. I mean, I'm definitely a sucker for Bohemian Rhapsody.
That is a good one.
It's a good one. It's like story of like knowing the A's and B's of life, as it were.
Yeah.
But trying to maintain control at least to how you get there.
Yeah. I know you have a bunch of hold on, my screen is going a little wonky. I'm trying to get rid of the wheel because we're done with it, so it takes a lot of my sort of processing power or whatever. So go away, wheel. There we go.
Oh yeah, I imagine that does a lot.
Okay, so there we go. So now I've gotten rid of the wheel. Let's bring back my background. Bloop. And bloop. And bloop and bloop.
There we go. Okay, I think it's
Hold on, let me take a peek over. There we go.
Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're back.
I might have had a streaming hiccup there.
Yeah, we're good.
I gotta work on that. Anyways, I don't know how much we actually. I don't know if my yammering actually got heard through that, so I'm just gonna reiterate what I had said over Discord. So I'm gonna have Gamba here finish us off with. He's got instruments at the ready. I feel like it'd be a shame for him not to use it while he's here. Otter fell into a black hole for a bit. Okay, but we're back, so that's good. So I'm gonna have Gamba play us off, give us a little bit of musical outro, and then we'll wrap it up. So Gamba, go ahead and take it away with whatever you want to play. Just don't get me copyright struck. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That'll keep it improv. I won't do anything that's like any known songs.
Much appreciated.
Keep it nice and safe. Sorry, don't mind me.
Quack.
Small little improv.
All right, very good, nice. Have a round of applause for Gamban. Thank you, Gambanteinn. Thank you so much. I know it got a little choppy because of the microphone having difficulty picking up some of the notes, but that was pretty good. Yes, Skitch, thank you. Round of applause for Gamban.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, no, the Discord audio is not optimized for picking up.
It isn't. But you still made it work, and I respect that. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, make sure to stay odd out loud. It's a hell of a lot more fun out there. Thank you to my special guest, Gambanteinn, for joining us. Thank you for being a good sport and playing along with everything and
yeah, a lot of fun.
All right, so make sure if you don't already, follow Gambanteinn at all of the little contacts that are listed right below him there on Twitch and Twitter. Any closing words for us, Gamba?
Sure, I'll make sure first of all to support our bud here, Otter. Otter for short. Keep it short. Don't forget to follow. Drop a sub a dub his way. And as I always say at the end of my streams, remember that even though there is no more today, the tomorrow adventure awaits. So hang in there.
All right, good stuff. Thank you for coming, and have yourselves a great night. And again, remember, stay odd out loud, everybody. Good night.